Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad, and the indifferent of life's interruptions. Now, here's your host, Chris and Carlette.
Keep believing, don't go stressing, keep it moving. God, we're resting, here to help you, here to bless you. With God on our side, CNC Life.
What up, y'all? What it be like in the A.T. Douglasville? Ooh, I just spit something. What it be like, y'all?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live.
Long time no see. We miss y'all. But, you know, we experience life interruptions every day, seem like.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
We miss you all. It's been 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
What you want, Chloe?
And we have to go at a later time. We told you all earlier because it's football season, and
Come on.
we just got finished
Come
with,
on.
practice. We had
Chloe
a
like
double
kissy huggies before she go to bed. All right. There you go. All right. She got to go to bed early. All
I
right.
gotta wipe that lipstick off on her. I'm sorry.
Come on. Give me some. All right, Daddy love you. Say hi to the peoples. All right, she said hi, y'all.
Let me wipe this
All right. Dress get low. Carol. Which one is that?
Can you not be loud?
Today is the day that the Lord has made, and
That is
I
true.
will rejoice and be glad in it. What's up, y'all? We missed y'all. All right. So, I got some Pringles. Sorry, I'm smacking in y'all ear. But I'm excited because we're back in full effect.
And we have a new time, guys.
New time.
It has to be 9
Our
Eastern,
season.
8 Central.
This is our football time.
It's our football season, and
Yes.
listen, we thank you so much for rocking with us and, being there.
Rockin', don't stop. And
You know what?
Oh
my.
What's up, y'all? So that's that's a good transition, Carlette, to talk about our subject today. One of our subjects, and it's just the whole thing about life as a parent. I mean, for me, life as a parent of 3 children, let alone how my brother has many more children. I could just imagine how his life was, him and my sister-in-law. But life as a parent, I think if I was to give you all one piece of advice, you have to have balance. Balance in life is a must. And I'm going to go even as far as to say, for me in my house, when it comes to church, when it comes to extracurricular activities, when it comes to spending time, valuable time with your children, I believe that you have to have a balance. And what I mean by that too is, what I mean by that is you can't please everybody. Do you agree?
True.
You can't please the church. You can't please the extracurricular activities. You can't please your household, because your household, if you're managing your household, you have to make sure that your house is balanced too. What I mean by that is making sure that you don't spend a lot of time with your family, like 24/7, but you have to go to church and you have to do those extracurricular activities. So it's like a life as a parent is a juggling act. For us, Christian decided to forego Alabama A&M, and he's going to spend his he's transferring to another school here because he wanted to be closer to his mom.
That's not true.
No, but so we have that to deal with. Evan, of course, he's in 5th grade and he's dealing, and now he's playing football. We held him out for the whole COVID. Yeah, 3 years because of COVID. He played with the Tiger Cubs when he was 19 in 2019. So we held him out. I didn't trade him, to another team just to see what the money was like, No, no, but so we he started football and is doing considerably well to my I guess standards. I don't know. I've been talking to the coaches and stuff. They said he's catching on pretty good. And then we put Chloe. As of tomorrow, she will have her first ballet lesson.
And tap.
And tap.
And tap.
Wow.
Ballet and tap.
Tap dance is a lost art. Mm-hmm. Tap dancing is one of those things where they don't do, well, at least I haven't seen, they don't do that a lot. Let's see here. Famous, what was the guy's name?
Gregory Hines.
Gregory Hines.
Then you got his protege, Savion Glover.
Gregory Hines, Eleanor Powell, Charles Coles, Savion Glover, like you mentioned, Gene Kelly.
Savion Glover, I believe, is like our generation.
Yeah. Jimmy Slide, Bill Bojangles Robinson, famous tap dancers. So we have Chloe in tap dancing and ballet, and I said, "Well, why did you choose that, Chloe?" I asked her that today. I said, "Chloe, why not like gymnastics or anything like that?" Her answer to me was, "I want to split."
Well, then she should have gotten gymnastics.
That is your daughter all over
you
again.
do splits in ballet.
Yeah. But that's your daughter all over. So
I asked her if she wanted to do cheer.
Can you talking to Mike?
I asked her if she wanted to do cheer. She said no. She kept saying ballet.
I was trying to get on the Tiger Cubs cheerleading team, but she didn't want to do it.
She didn't want to do it. Mm-mm.
She has a mind of her own.
Right.
So
Today's topic,
parenting.
Well, shout out to this past Saturday. It goes along with what we're talking about. Doubleheader football game. Now, Saturday before last, football game, tournament in Alabama, Birmingham. I promise you, we sweated horribly.
Oh yeah.
We were not prepared. But this past Saturday, I was very prepared. I had 2 coolers.
She was like super mom on the field. I had to tell her, no, we're not taking all this stuff
But we needed everything I brought. And it rained so bad, needed ponchos. But we were under our canopy tent. But we still, because it was blowing. Mm-hmm. But the rain passed, and guess what? The football game resumed, started up, and Evan's team won both games. Yep. Both games.
Yeah. Evan did, I think he did pretty good for his first, he played, for his second, third game. I think he did pretty good. Big shout out to Tiger Cubs coaches. Big shout out to Man, we got some topics, y'all, for the next couple weeks. If you have children in sports, you're going to want to listen to this episode.
This one or the next one?
No, the next one. Whenever they get a chance to come on. One of the coaches, Coach Greg, and his wife is putting together a seminar. I forgot the company, slipped my mind, who she works for, but what she does. But she teaches parents how to market their children.
Oh, really?
In sports.
I know they were glad to meet you with the camera.
Well, we hadn't gotten that far yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But how to market your children on Instagram and all these other grams. We're gonna bring them on at one point, hopefully next week or whenever they have time. That's gonna be a heavy topic. I can't wait to that one. Make sure you tag your friends. Make sure you put all the correct hashtags and everything on that one. But yeah, so that's a good one. Then one Monday, we're going to do how to build business credit. How to build.
Yes.
That's with Robin.
With Robin.
She's going to be our
Robin is a
returning
mainstay
guest
on this show.
Yes.
Listen, because she's multidimensional. It's layers to Robin.
Yes.
And information. We are clients with her off and on as needed, but we learn from her. And I have submitted many of my real estate clients to her as well in the home buying process. Absolutely.
Yes. So tell me, what is it now that Chloe is getting into tap dance and ballet?
Her name means to blossom. Chloe means to blossom.
Wait, you didn't let me finish my freaking question.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
It's Lord.
Mm-hmm. What is your thought about now that Chloe is coming of age where she's in activities and Evan is in activities? Like, I feel like we're becoming a family that that's just going to be busy all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you hear about
with
people.
Purpose.
Yeah, but you hear about this.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about how people take their kids to, I'm taking my kid to football practice. I'm taking them to ballet, and I'm taking them here and there and everywhere. And I'm just so busy Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday, we have to do this. Sunday, we go to church, and then we have this planned. And, years ago, we was just sitting back in the cut, just chilling and just saying, oh, okay, all right. But now it's gone full circle where we are the ones that are in the same boat as them. So tell me, what does that mean to you? Talking to Mike, please.
Busy, staying on top of laundry, even more grocery orders and pickup. I honestly, it's gotten to the point, it's hard to go grocery shopping. I every 2 weeks I order my groceries I do pickup, and there are times when I haven't done it yet. I've only done delivery 2 times, but I promise you, I can see an increase of having them actually delivered. Kroger, shout out to them. No, they are not a sponsor, but shout out to Kroger for They my neighborhood Kroger, they are totally there for me. I mean, Miss Edwards, like, they know me. And the coupons, I'm a couponer, especially with Kroger, digital couponer. Listen, it's nothing like saving $80 on groceries. That's every 2 weeks. I'm not lying. At least $80 on groceries. Yeah. They give me coupons to take $10 off, take $14 off. Get some free milk, or here's some free cereal, and here's some half off on fruit. I mean, listen.
So what does it mean that we're coming?
We have
of
to
this
be
age?
Organized. I feel like our family calendar. And that's to you all parents. You all have these smartphones. Utilize them. Utilize. Yes. Come, gotta hit the reduced fruit section. Exactly, Josh. And because you gotta keep the apples coming. Listen, apple a day is real. Get that vitamin C in with the strawberries, with the your citrus fruits and everything. And then now that we have, I read up on an article on how to feed Evan, like when to feed him carbs, what proteins, what fats, and when to give him the fats, how I should feed him on game day. Like I had certain foods that was just for him on game day. So in between the games, he got him a turkey wrap and some apples. I mean,
Josh, maybe you can give us some pointers too, as far as what to feed a football player.
Right. And I also look at the fact this time, this is an investment in our children. The sports, the ballet, even with Christian, he's making this to pivot, but his pivot is strong. It's strong. And so I just, it's an investment.
Oh,
we have to, we have to.
Oh, no, go ahead. He said reduced fruit section.
Yeah, the reduced fruit section. Yeah, he said that. It came up on here first. And so I just, it's an investment. It's a sacrifice, but it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. I mean, wow. I enjoy, it's not taking my diet serious while I play. Wow. Oh, expound on that. And the reason why I say that, Josh, expound on that, because we watched a documentary about these athletes that are actually vegan.
Oh, say that. Okay, you got to say that again. What you just said.
What happened?
The sound audio went out.
Okay. So I was saying about the lean proteins, the certain vegetables, and I was reading this article. Certain fruits, when to give him a banana, that type of stuff, and
you know what I found out? What we found out?
What?
Pickles.
Yeah.
Will stop you from having
Cramps.
a cramp.
Yeah.
Like a Charlie horse.
Yeah.
So I need to have some pickles in the refrigerator right next to me.
You know what? We talking about the kids in football. So anyway,
so would my wife have a Charlie horse? Chris, help me, Chris. I can give her a pickle.
You better be glad I don't believe in dog houses.
That's all right, baby. All right.
So anyway, we always kept a pick. Yep.
On the sideline. That's
Yep.
crazy, pickle juice.
Yeah.
Hey, just so y'all know, I don't know. I'm gonna put Josh on the spot, as I always probably do. Forgive me, Josh. But Josh is a former NFL player who played for Green Bay Packers when they won the Super Bowl, and he just so happened to they own a campground here in Georgia, and we started off our camping adventure at their
That's home. That's the second home.
Campground. And he just so happened to have his Super Bowl ring with him the day that I don't know if the day I met him or maybe a couple of days. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, that Super Bowl ring, that joker is so big.
It's huge.
That
beautiful.
thing is like heavy, But anyway, so yeah, big shout out to Josh Gordy.
And
Josh,
Worthing RV.
Yeah, Worthing RV. So if you all camp, make sure you support them. Black owned.
I'm telling you, we had a good time. Chris had me singing karaoke.
Yes.
It was horrible.
Yes.
Singing Denise Williams. Are you kidding me?
Yes, but you did good. Mm-hmm.
I didn't do good. Boy, I sound like a cat. Okay.
But make sure if y'all need to go camping, go down to see what's the name? Worthing RV.
Campground.
Yes, campground. Mm-hmm. And Josh Evan is playing tackle position tackle. He's on the outside of the O line. But so I think that I do want to talk about if you're in ministry, and this is like really dear to my heart, that you have to have a balance. You can't just go church. We going to this service, that service, this service, that service. And we're going back to church on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, church. I feel like, and I didn't grow up in the church like my lovely counterpart has grown up, but I think that a part of your family, you have to have that balance. Yeah, going to church is great. I'm not saying that it's not, but you have to establish that balance between how you spend quality time with the Lord, obviously, but also with your family. How do you spend that quality time? Do you we can't go to, I can't allow my family just to be churched out and get burned out, because I hear the stories of how when you were raised. Don't do that. No, I'm just saying it's the truth. No, like you went to church every day of the week almost. And no, I think that's we have to balance. We have to give balance to our life. I mean, that's even with football. I mean, I think that has its own set of balance. Like, sometimes I just want Evan to not go to practice one day just so he can rest, So, yeah, that's the way I feel. Obviously, you don't feel the same. But anyway. Nice. Okay. So how do you feel about church? Okay. So this is the Chris live show, you guys. And Carlette is upset because I mentioned her church background. So I just think that's how I feel, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So we are moving on. Are you going to say something? Or are you just going to look? Okay, well, come on, let's go. Let's do this. All right. Anyway, so now we're going to go into our next topic, which is being strong in what you believe in. And throughout our years of marriage, there has come tests and trials and comments and all type of stuff that has come against us. And, at some point I have learned from Carlette, because she is so staunch in her belief system, which has helped me to, look at the other side of being steadfast and movable, always abounding in, that whole scripture. So I think, for us, what does the Bible say about staying strong? Be firm in the faith. It says, be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. And then 1 Peter 5:10 says, and the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered for a little while himself restore you and make you strong, firm and steadfast. So what does being strong in what you believe in, Carlette, what does that mean to you?
Spend time to know what you believe, why you believe what you believe. I mean, when you get older, I do understand that as a child, you learn what your parents teach you, whatever it is. And as you get older, you start to see things for yourself. You start to question, do you believe that? Or do you say, I believe this, but maybe not that? People may say times are changing. My thing with that, it depends on what the subject is, but God doesn't change. His methods may change, but God does not change. We are living in a very controversial world. It makes me want to hold on to my husband and children tighter, and stand to what you believe. I am noticing a desire to be more around like-minded people. Maybe less controversy. For peace. But you have to even be careful with that, because if you always stick around like-minded people, will you hear the other side?
You can't be quick to let people into your circle.
Absolutely.
You can't be quick.
We learned that in 2023.
You can't be so quick. So yeah, I could use some other adjectives, but I won't. But you can't be so quick to let people into your circle. And as far as leaders in the church or whatever, I think that it takes some prayer, some fasting, or just to, and then just some wise counsel. Okay, so we got this situation going on. Should we do this? Should we do that, or whatever? I think that like you said, you have to be around like-minded people that are pressing towards the mark of the high calling in Christ Jesus, just like, everybody is.
I'm at the point, if you don't believe in Jesus. Now, some may say, oh, now that's closed-minded. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It didn't get to that point. The line is being drawn in the sand. I know it's like, well, and you, it'll be one pulling on the other, whether you know it or not. That's for one thing. It's like, now don't get me wrong, I'm going to be nice to all, and I'm going to show love. I'm going to show love and be nice and considerate. But inner circle, there have to be some non-negotiables.
One of the scriptures that just came to mind was when the Lord told Jeremiah, "Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord." So you have to preach truth. You have to preach truth. You have to don't bend to the culture of this world,
especially this cancel culture.
Yeah, you can't, man, what is it? I'm lost for words on this one, but you can't digress. You have to stay down the straight and narrow. And it's going to be hard, because, Carlette and I are people that love to bring people in, and, she loves to feed people, and, that gets to their heart. And, I like to laugh and joke around with people. And, so we love to have fellowship with people. But when people are not on the same page as you thought they once were, or if they weren't in the beginning, the thought process comes, well, one, are you trying to win them to Christ? Or two, you're just trying to be their friend, and then you're just going to accept whatever comes, your way. So I don't know. You have to, whatever you do, you have to stand strong in your faith, and just move on,
I remember I heard a message, Elder Pastor Bernard Robinson, years ago, and it keeps coming back up. You have to compartmentalize your friends realize everybody is not a friend, and everybody does not deserve that inner circle. I have really identified who that is in my life, and we have common foundational things. It's a non-negotiable. It's an understanding. Mm-hmm. And yes, we still challenge each other. Yes, we still push each other. This world is changing, yo. And you have to stand firm in what you believe. And not only stand firm in it, know it. What is it based on? You know, what do you base this belief on? What is it based on?
Because, you know, Jesus had his inner circle. And then he had the disciples. And then I'd imagine people wanted to get closer to him. But let that be a lesson, a learning lesson, that even though, you know, Jesus had the disciples, there were only a few that could really get close to him, that really had his back, that really had his heart. You know, not saying that the other disciples didn't, but when it comes to leadership, when it comes to things of God, you have to know who's for you and who's against you, who means you well or who means you, you know, bad. You have to know those that are, you know, maybe doing witchcraft against you and all this. And you know, I'm sounding spiritual now, but I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you have to really, as a married couple, you have to know these things because, you know, you can't let something come in between you and your spouse, you know. So you got to stay strong. You got to stay on one accord. It says, rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks for all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. So devote yourself to prayer, be watchful and thankful. So you have to watch. You have to watch. The Bible said, pray without ceasing.
And that doesn't mean that you constantly in your prayer closet. I mean, if you have that life that you can do that, then go for it. But it's a spirit of prayer. It's a mindset. It's check-ins throughout the day. A little conversation, a check-in, a moment of praise, a moment of adoration, a moment of, like I said, check in. Lord, I just thank you for how this day has gone this far. Thank you for what you've allowed me to accomplish. Thank you for the strength on today. I'm sorry. I will not be the one to say, oh, I did this. Nope. Call me churchy, call me whatever. I know where my strength come from. I know where my help come from. I know where my increase come from. All this, but you, the inner man, and this, the inner man that is built up in Christ.
Though my mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord who has compassion on you. So if the Lord can stay strong and stay steadfast for us, we can do the same thing for him. So we just wanted to come on here and give you just a few little nuggets of,
and that's part of parenting.
Yeah.
They're watching your life. Yeah. They're watching you, and they're deciding what they're going to do, what they're not going to do. We're not perfect. Hear me good. It's already stuff Christian don't want to do. And we're in that in-between transition adulthood with him, you know, letting go of the reins, but not letting them too much because you're not ready for this adulthood. So, but we have to keep that communication open. You don't want them to shut down on you. You want that communication. You want that open, honest communication. You want to say, okay, no judgment. Let's talk. I just want to know where you are, where you at in your head. What are you thinking? What is it something you're dealing with? Can I help you? Been down that road. Do you want to take my advice? I mean, some may choose to never take your advice. They just want to they want to experience it all, waste time and money. But their life.
Yep.
And we as the parents, yes, we're going to be there at the end of it. Okay, how we fix this? Oh, it did work out. Okay. Still going to be there.
I did forget to mention, though, we went up to Indiana a couple weeks ago, and we had a great time with my cousin Billy.
Oh, yeah.
Southall. So he took us up on one of his buildings that he manages, and we were able to see the sunset from one of the buildings high up, high and lifted up. I think it was like the 30-something floor or whatever, or it was way up there anyway. But that's one of the views. And then also, when it comes to balancing your life, balancing your family, you have to give your children, and I'm going back, but because I forgot these pictures, but you have to give your children something to do around the house. They just can't sit up and play video games. So one of the things that Evan likes to do now is cut the grass. So I showed him how to cut the grass, and he likes cutting the grass now. So that's him. That builds him wanting to do things around the house and not just think it's cool to just play games, but it's cool to cut the grass, cut the grass with daddy. And today, earlier this morning, before we all started work, Christian and I, we cleaned the driveway. I rented this little machine that spins, and it has like 2 little jets on it. You didn't comment on the driveway. Did you see it?
Oh, it looks good.
Okay. So we cleaned the driveway today and got all the dirt and stuff off. So, had Christian doing that. Now, the hardest person to get to do stuff around the house is Carlette's daughter.
That's your fault.
Why did that get to be my fault?
It's your fault.
But
all thing she got to say is, "Daddy, I know." Okay, well, what you? Okay.
That's not true.
Until he get fed up with that bedroom. When he gets fed up with that bedroom, then he want to lay down the law. Now that bedroom is the one that gets him, cause Barbie and her friends be everywhere, and them stuffed animals. Matter of fact, I already told her we giving away stuffed animals. We about to donate them right down the street.
So, and then something else. We went to the Dream Center one Sunday for Pastor D's
and that was wonderful.
54th celebration.
5417.
Yeah, we got a chance to meet what's his name? The singer.
Oh, Kim.
Singer Kim.
He was there. He's touring with his book.
Yeah.
It was a very good conversation. And you know what? Let's talk about that. So Chris used to be the media director for Dream Center. And, of course, our kids was there. So we come back every now and then, visit, open arms. Hey, y'all, love, just love, no stupidity, love. And we love going. And every time we go, I promise you, the service, I just feel like it was so catered for us as a family. So going back to when I said, Christian is in this age where he's deciding what he want to do, his relationship with the Lord, this, that, and the other. He wants to go back to Dream Center, and I support it. I support it. He ain't telling me going somewhere else. He going to the house of the Lord. I know what's being preached there. I know the atmosphere. And when I see God moments with him, that's good for me. That helps my heart. I'm just glad he has a God conscience. I am glad he has a God conscience. And so if things resonates for him at the Dream Center, guess what? Go right ahead. See when you get back. Maybe the one Sunday I go with you. But after this week, it's about to be a lot of changes with us, church wise. But I'm just saying, and he'll have to make a decision what he wants to do. But in the meantime, that's where he feels where he wants to be. And I'm good with it. That's all of one text message or conversation. hey, Bishop, hey, Pastor D, Christian gonna be there. They will have him, trust me, his back. I ain't worried about it.
Well, we thank y'all. We just wanted to give y'all a few little nuggets. I know this is our first time back in a couple weeks. But hey, we're back. At least we're back. Like I said, probably next couple of weeks, we're gonna have some awesome conversation with some guests. Talk about how to get your child, how to navigate your child who's playing sports through this thing called
Marketing,
and how to get dollars for your sponsorship for your child who plays sports. So that's gonna be awesome. And then after that, we're gonna probably talk about obtaining business credit. Not just personal credit, but business lines of credit. So
I want to address something before we hang up.
Go ahead.
I didn't get mad about what you said. You caught me off guard, and I feel like it was very close-minded.
No, it's not.
No, don't say that. I'm talking. This is how I feel. I feel like it's close-minded because we have a situation before us and that I'm not comfortable with at all.
Mm-hmm.
And just to talk about it, Evan got a game Sunday. And what we're going to embark upon this weekend, I think this is a game that he should sit out. Because number one, it's a preseason game.
Yeah, but the preseason games are built to build upon.
And I get that. Yes. And I get that. And so I'm struggling with this decision.
Well, you got released.
What? I don't get that.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that after the show, guys.
You see this life interruption? We working through it.
Yes. So you all take it easy. We will talk to you all on next week. And let us know in the chat. Make sure you like, subscribe.
And I say how I feel because what we're doing is, what we're going to be involved in is a one-time-a-year event.
Yes.
But this football is going to be every day, every weekend until about probably
And we have to get our child trained up.
Mm-hmm. That's why he go to practice 3 days a week.
That's right, but he has to play other teams. All right, y'all. We'll holler at you. Peace.
You see?
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette Live. Make sure to visit our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
CNC Live.